At Univar Solutions, we're all about innovation. We're here to keep our customers and suppliers front of mind and ahead of the curve. This is especially important in the vast world often known as the CASE industry. CASE stands for coatings, adhesives, sealants, and elastomers. And if that's not enough, we're proud to say we've bolted on rubber and plastic additives to this segment as well. The CASE rubber and plastic additives market are some of the most innovative in the chemical industry because they support virtually every product you see, touch, and use every day. It's vital that this industry stay at the forefront of development and harness each new innovation whenever possible to deliver on performance, cost, and especially sustainability. At our Houston Solution Center, we're well equipped to tackle a variety of challenges and development projects supporting the CASE rubber and plastic additives markets. From formulating the next generation water-based architectural coating with better scrub resistance to finding ways to improving the performance of sealants, we have the people and equipment to make it happen. Whether you're a customer or a supplier, we can assist you with developing new formulas, modifying existing formulas, or carrying out performance testing and analysis. In today's demonstration, we'd like to focus on the adhesives area of CASE. This is especially important today given the demands on this growing market. Adhesion is critical in everyday products and construction. Today we're focused on sustainable systems in novel adhesive technologies. Lightweighting through the removal of mechanical fasteners and general performance requirements are just a couple examples of why next-generation adhesion is so important. The technologies used for adhesives is vast. 4 adhesive types getting a lot of attention are hot melt adhesives, or HMAs, used in packaging applications in DIY and crafting. 2-part epoxies found in a range of applications from industrial and construction to general at-home products. Solvent-based adhesives used in automotive, industrial, and construction areas. And water-based adhesives commonly used in furniture production and construction. Hot melt adhesives are a versatile segment. Most people are familiar with the technology through personal use of hot glue guns in the craft and hobby space. Hot melts are also used in many industrial operations in both batch and continuous operation due to their handling, storage, and chemical benefits. Being a thermoplastic, hot melts store well with long shelf life and offer flexibility on delivery systems. And as they typically lack solvents, they contribute almost no VOCs, volatile organic compounds. They offer fast return to service, so are often used in industrial and manufacturing applications where time is money. Common challenges with these products are due to their heat requirements for melt temperatures, as well as bond strength. In our labs, these are just a couple of the areas we focus our development. The interesting thing about adhesives in general is that there really aren't any bad adhesives. There's an almost infinite spectrum of performance criteria for which you can formulate. There are times you want weak bond strength or strong, long tack time or short, color or no color. Adhesive formulating can keep anyone busy for a lifetime. When it comes to the testing typically performed on HMAs, not only can we test and formulate hot melt adhesives, but we can also advise on the most appropriate copolymers, tackifiers, oils, and antioxidants as we sell these from a number of significant suppliers. A key test performed on hot melt adhesives is a modified version of typical Brookfield viscometry testing. By elevating the temperature of the tested material using the thermocell seen in this demonstration, we are able to better quantify performance characteristics of HMAs at their typical application temperatures. We can test at virtually any heightened temperature, but we tend to see HMA testing parameters fall between 50 to 200 Celsius. By testing HMAs at a range of temperatures, we can help better define performance characteristics based on the rheology profile produced. It takes specialized equipment to make and test hot melt adhesives, which we have at the Houston Solution Center, and we have a number of good HMA formulations that we've developed, tested, and can share. Testing related to hot melts are open time, set time, melt viscosity, color, and bond strength. It's also important for all the components to be compatible. One of our suppliers came to us and asked us to evaluate a unique co-tackifier in hot melt adhesives. We tested it in conjunction with a number of different copolymers and tackifiers and confirmed that it's a good choice. There are several different types of thermoset adhesives, such as polyurethane, silicone, and others. Epoxies are another product which many people know from their personal lives, but have a robust footprint in the industrial and construction markets. Epoxies employ polymerization chemistry through the merging of resin and hardener. Through manipulation of these two basic components, you can make any number of performance adjustments. Epoxies can come in one or two component forms. Single component epoxies rely on heat to initiate the polymerization, with all components already incorporated in the mixture. Today, we'll be focusing on two component epoxy systems, which typically don't require additional heat to begin the polymerization process, though this is another process lever one can pull to aid final usage and performance in the end use. Epoxies as an adhesive category are very versatile. Given the breadth of offerings for resin, hardener, and general additives, plus the in-use polymerization characteristic, epoxies are called on to deliver in tremendously difficult performance conditions. Important tests we can carry out on thermoset adhesives like epoxies include viscosity, rheology, sag resistance, open time, gel time, and bond strength. Not only can we test and formulate thermoset adhesives, but we can also advise on the most appropriate resins, pigments, rheology modifiers, and plasticizers, as we sell these from a number of significant suppliers. And we have a number of good thermoset adhesive formulations we've developed, tested, and are ready to share. Here you see our technician combining the ingredients needed for an epoxy part B, or curing agent. This is done via mass ratios, which are determined based on performance criteria and curing requirements. The final component being added is a powdered fumed silica, and you could also employ additional rheology modifiers at this stage. This mixture is homogenized through a speed mixer. This is completed in only a couple minutes. We now see the addition of the epoxy component to the mixture. Our technician combines the two parts manually to mimic real-world conditions and applies the final results to a sag meter to determine the degree of sag in the final product. The sag meter applies the final product through a range of increasing thicknesses, from 14 mils up to 60 mils. By doing so, we're able to target performance and thickness criteria specific to the end product goals and make modifications as needed from the results seen. Next, we'll be talking about solvent-based adhesives. Generally speaking, we've seen a reduction in the focus of the case industry when it comes to solvent-based products, be that in paints, adhesives, and many other products. Much of this has to do with the concerns around VOCs and occasionally handling safety concerns. The reality is, there are certain areas where solvents are necessary, given the current tools and chemicals at our disposal to do the job right. From a sustainability perspective, one can utilize solvent-based products while still acting sustainably. Very simply put, if you can't get the job done any other way and the job is necessary, then the goal is to focus on safe handling and minimizing the chemicals of concern. This is part of the sustainability journey we're all on, evaluating the needs and the available tools, then proceeding with the safest and most effective option available. It takes specialized equipment to make and test solvent-based adhesives, which we have at the Houston Solutions Center. Not only can we test and formulate solvent-based adhesives, but we can also advise on the most appropriate copolymers, tackifiers, solvents, and antioxidants as we sell these from several significant suppliers. We have a customer who makes adhesives for the construction industry, and we developed and tested several innovative solvent-based low VOC sprayable solvent-based adhesives for them. We can test color, open time, viscosity, tack, peel strength, shear adhesion failure temperature, and stability. In this demonstration, you see our technician preparing the specimen for peel testing. Product is applied equally down a sheet of mylar film, then cut into 1-inch strips. The strips will be tested under the same parameters, looking for consistency across the specimens. This will be performed under the standard 180-degree orientation for peel strength. This second test is showcasing shear adhesion failure temperature. Multiple specimens are applied to mylar and adhered to polished stainless steel, then hung under weight in a temperature-controlled chamber, the shear oven. The weight applied is uniformly 1 kilogram for all specimens. The temperature in this case was set to 150 degrees Celsius under static control parameters. However, we have the ability to run this test in many different modes. Through utilization of the timer system, temperature can be manipulated dynamically. Also, failure can be recorded automatically based on time and current temperature, as there are pressure sensors in the chamber that register the weight contacting the bottom. A raw material supplier recently asked us to evaluate the use of their unique product for use in solvent-based adhesives. When we carried out the testing, we found some incompatibility with a number of other ingredients that we weren't expecting. Unfortunately, this will limit the use of the material in this type of adhesive. Next, we'll be talking about water-based adhesives. As VOC regulations continue to take hold globally and more customers are transitioning from solvent-based to water-based adhesives, these are becoming more prevalent. Like with the other adhesive types, the Houston Solution Center has the equipment and capability to test, analyze, and formulate these adhesives. We also have tremendous expertise with the ingredients as we sell most of them from a number of major suppliers. Water-based adhesives are used in many industries, including construction, furniture assembly, as well as in a wide range of industrial and consumer applications. They usually bond well to wood, laminates, canvas, paper, formica, and some plastics. It takes specialized equipment to make and test water-based adhesives, which we have at the Houston Solution Center. Water-based adhesive formulas tend to be a bit more complex than solvent-based or HMAs. They contain copolymer, tackifier, and antioxidant packages. Incorporating these into water requires making a number of emulsified premixes, which can be challenging to formulate and produce. They often also contain zinc oxide, which helps bond with the acid functionality in the polymer to improve properties. They will also contain a preservative to help keep the product stable. Often, they're water thin, but they can also contain a rheology modifier to adjust the sag resistance, so they can be applied at higher film builds. We are able to evaluate tack, open time, peel strength, and shear adhesion failure temperature. Here you see our technician applying a development formulation destined for lap shear testing. Product is applied equally with a standard bristle brush to the two test pieces, which will be bonded together in a later step. With water-based adhesives, the testing parameters require the specimen transition to a clear appearance. Here you see the technician determining the time the specimen takes to go through this transition. Once the material appears clear, and we've waited a prescribed amount of time specific to the parameters of the test, The technician bonds the two test pieces together and inserts them into the instron. Force is applied increasingly from the top of the mechanism while the bottom connection point remains stationary. Failure is registered based on parameters set in the software, making this tool very versatile based on the nature of the product being tested and rigidity versus flexibility desired. We've developed several water-based adhesives for customers. For example, we undertook a study to evaluate a supplier's unique ingredient that adds tack to heat-resistant adhesives for use in the construction industry. And we helped a customer to screen formula variables as we have all the right test equipment. We have a customer who makes adhesives for the construction industry, and we carried out a study to improve the rheology of their water-based adhesive to improve the sag resistance, but still have it sprayable.
Hi, my name is Chris Fitzgerald. I'm our Global Vice President for our CASE rubber and plastic additives business. And I'm proud to say that I lead one of the best specialty sales groups in the world. We have a great infrastructure, right? So we have sites, plants, trucks, workers around the world that are working to provide on-time delivery for all of our customers. Then we've got a very technical sales force. We've got labs, we've got application development specialists that are really working with our customers to understand what are their needs today, what are their needs tomorrow, and really providing the best solutions possible. Part of bringing technical solutions might be helping our customers expand their playbook, right? I mean, they've got a product. What do they do if they can't get enough titanium dioxide? What do they do if they can't get the surfactant that they need? That's what our lab is here for. It's what we're trained to do. And really, finding out what those technical needs are so that that playbook can continue. The next generation of product that they need is going to be there for them as they launch into the marketplace. If there's one thing I wanted the world to know is that we are in just about everything you touch every day. So whether that is the paint on your walls, right, the insulation in your home, the epoxy flooring, the glaze on your tile, the grout itself, we've got a component of one of our producer partners that's going into that formulation. I think the future for CASE is to continue to bring the best value to our customers and our suppliers. And that value is going to be in rounding out the line card to make sure that we are best in class. At Univar Solutions, we're more than a distributor. We're a partner for innovation and growth for the future of our customers and our suppliers.